Good morning, everybody. Preet here again. Today is day 8 out of the 10 days go lives I am doing on Facebook. And as you have seen me interview the professionals and the team members on in our business community, we have interviewed 2 already. And today is a very special day because I am going to introduce the person because of whom all this happened in my life. And I'm very grateful for that. And so let's welcome Nicole Knight from Squamish, BC, who is a wonderful professional in this community, the expert. So you guys are so lucky to hear from her. So welcome, Nicole.
Thank you, Bree. Thank you for having me. Happy Wednesday. I'm really excited to be here with you today.
Thank you. So Nicole, I would like to ask you, what were the biggest struggles you had before you started the online business? And also if you can tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I came into this business back in January of 2018. So it's been about 3 years now. And my goodness, time flies when we're having fun. Hey, it doesn't actually feel like it's been 3 years. I was first introduced to this business through a friend of mine as well. And it's because I was searching for something that I could do to help bring in an extra income into my household. I was fortunate enough to, be a stay-at-home mom. We moved up to Squamish in 2011. But with that came, I had to leave my corporate day job. I was on my second maternity leave, and having made this move up into this area, it meant that I was going to have to commute about an hour and a half each way back and forth and try and work out, childcare and all of that. What brought us to this area was that my husband got a job opportunity, and it was pretty well paying. So it enabled me to be able to let go of that corporate job. And I was completely blessed to be able to stay home and raise my kids. And I did that for about 7 years. And once again, time flies when you're having fun, right? And you're raising babies. It eventually got to the point, though, where I felt like I just needed more, more for myself, but I also wanted to help contribute income to our household. Expenses nowadays, we were barely making ends meet month to month. We were, paying, just minimum payments on our credit cards, and we just really had no room for extras. So it was time for me to, help contribute. I knew that I didn't want to, go back to work on someone else's schedule, have to, organize childcare before and after school. Like, these are some pretty major hurdles that families with young children have to go through and think about. And so I started looking around, and I had a friend who was working online, and he was super successful with whatever it was he was doing. I wasn't sure. So I reached out, and he sent me to watch this info session. And honestly, I got halfway through it and thought, you know what, if these people could do it, so could I. Why can't I, right? And really, there was no turning back after that. And I'm so thankful that I did. Our lives have changed immensely over the last 3 years because of this digital business opportunity.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see how people transform and how their lives have changed, and to hear the testimonials from everyday people. And I think it's great. And you're so right. Like, for our children, we want to do all this for them, and they don't they want these extra things, and they don't understand if we are making minimum payments or where the money is coming from. And that is what gives us joy, when we can kind of stress-free give them the lives. They actually.
It's true. Kids are expensive, and it just gets more expensive as they grow, right? Like our grocery bills, we are a hockey family. So this is a travel sport. I have both kids in sports. So, I'm busy, and I didn't want to have to worry about juggling schedules or, spending, like a full paycheck on childcare. I hear about people nowadays and what childcare and daycare actually costs, and it's crazy to me. I couldn't imagine, having to go to work for 40 plus hours a week, away from my young babies, and then hand that paycheck over to someone else, to raise the kids.
And then also asking for days off and things like that.
Oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking. Yeah. So, I consider myself completely blessed because I was able to stay home. But like I said, it was still tight, right? And we didn't have any room for those extras. And so I jumped in head first, and I'm so glad that I did.
Yeah, and it's so important to make an informed decision. Like, do your due diligence and watch the
Absolutely.
workshop, like you said,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it will answer most of the questions people ask us.
It's
So yeah, that's great. So I think you touched a little bit on the benefits of the business. So what was the biggest change you noticed with this business that was like a wow moment?
I love this question because I always, I'm cheeky and I'll say my bank account, right? How could we not? I got, I started to see results pretty quickly. I was receiving checks, within the first month. A little bit of this disclaimer, though, I have to say, because this business really is different for everybody. It truly reflects, the more time and energy and, focus that you can put into it. But even still, I'm only working maybe 2 or 3 hours per day. But, with that comes I'm paying down that debt, right?
Yes.
And with that comes a lot less stress. I was able to take my family on a vacation. My kids got to go on an airplane for the very first time. And then COVID hit, right? And so we haven't been able to travel much since then. But to be honest, my online business has actually gotten much busier since. And I always go back to March. Last year was kind of when we went into, here in BC into that initial, lockdown phase.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's BC. We've been pretty fortunate in comparison to other provinces across Canada. But, my business actually got really much busier since then. People are looking for an alternative way to make extra income and work safely from home. Yeah. And so we've actually been, the growth that we've seen since last March has been incredible.
Definitely, I've seen a lot of new people coming in, jumping in both feet and taking that leap of faith.
Yeah.
But they have made an informed decision, and I think it's important to echo what you said. The results are different for different people. Like all other businesses, this is a business you invest in and you put your work in, and then you see the results.
Absolutely.
So it's not a quick rich scheme or anything.
No, not at all. Not at all. This is a legit ethical business. It is global. We are operating, in pretty much every country around the world. We are paying taxes on our income. And it's, one of the best things that I also like about this business is that it's so easily accessible for anyone to do. Like, you don't need to have, a crazy education. You don't need to have any experience in working online. Like, our training site basically teaches you from the ground up, right? And so I love the fact that anybody can actually do this business, and we are helping everyday normal people like you and me, right? That's what makes it truly special.
Yeah, and it's updated. Like, the training is updated as the changes happen in the digital world.
Oh yeah, it's constantly evolving.
Masterminds are helpful. So there is a lot of support of people.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
the people, right?
Start. We'll tell you where to start, and then you'll have all the benefits of owning a business too, right? The write-offs and and that's another thing. Hello to people who are watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi guys.
So, like, the benefits of owning a business, right? And I think that's important for people to realize as well. It's a legitimate legal thing you're doing, and then you also get to reap the benefits of writing off your expenses.
Yeah, and feel proud, right? Feel proud that you're building your own business, that you are, contributing to help, with your family's, household income. My husband, if you have a moment, I would love to share. Month 14 of running my business, my husband actually lost his job. And I share this story often because I'm quite proud of the fact that this digital business replaced that income very easily. When I started, it started off as my plan B, right? And then it quickly became my plan A. And I like to say that I retired my husband at the age of 42, simply because he's never actually had to go back out into, finding a day job. He's got time freedom now, and he's a hockey coach. So he's built his own hockey development company, and he's coaching now in the city at a higher elite level. And it's because this business has allowed us that time, right?
And it allows you to go after your passion rather than being stuck to somebody else is telling you what to do. You can actually go after your passions.
Yeah, so many blessings. Mhm.
Definitely. And it's like we said, you got to start, and you can start by watching the webinar. And all you have to
Yeah,
do is go to
yeah.
the website, peartel.ca, and enter your name and email address. And then it's free of cost. You have nothing to lose but get some information and make an informed decision, basically.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
So thank you so much, Nicole,
Oh, you're
for
welcome.
coming,
Thank you.
for your time,
Thank you
and
for
it's
having
really
me.
appreciated. And I'm just so proud and happy today, like feeling so honored to interview Nicole, because this is how I got started.
I know, and I just have to say that I'm so proud of you for, for putting that faith into me. Thank you for your trust.
Yes.
It's been really exciting to see, your business completely take off, and you're having so much success. And so the future is bright, my friend.
Yes, the future is bright. Yes. So if you want to join, there's no harm to check us out and see if it is for you. If it's not, that's okay. You will learn something then.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, everybody, happy Monday. Today is Pink Shirt Day, so I hope all your kids were wearing pink to school. If not, that's okay. We just want to be kind to each other. So take care. I'll see you tomorrow, day 9 out of the 10 go lives. Thank you,
Awesome.
Nicole, again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.